What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs, guys. Everybody's doing really well. It's third Tuesday night for me at 22:15, so 10:15 p.m. Got transferred today, so effective tomorrow, Wednesday. So this video will be posted Wednesday night. I have a new assignment, okay? A lot's been going on, guys. Didn't have really a chance to put together a real video content what's going on this week. However, if you're new to the channel, first of all, blue_line_morphs. Check me out on there. That's my Instagram channel. If you're new to the channel, listen, please subscribe to the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. All the other stuff I used to say. Anyway, I do this video every once in a while. Every like 3 to 4 or 5 months, I do the video. I kind of go through my collection, just show off some of the snakes, how they've changed. I do that for a few reasons. One, if you're new to the channel, you don't really, I speak about some of these snakes as if you've been watching from the beginning. So it gives me a chance to kind of show off my collection, show off what I'm talking about, what snakes are in here. The guys don't get to see often. It also helps me document how the snakes have changed, how they've grown, so forth and so on. Because believe it or not, I go back and check these videos out here and there, whether it's on YouTube or on my phone, just to see how the snakes have changed. Really interesting. When I first started doing videos like this, like the girl over here, my Killer Edgy Blade clown was like, I don't know, 200 grams, now she's like 1,400 grams. So that's what today's video is going to be all about, guys. Just going to kind of go through some of my tubs here, show off some snakes. So if you already see all these snakes, you can move on, do what you got to do. Let the video play, though. But you can do whatever you guys want to do. But if you're new to the channel, you haven't seen one of these videos yet, that's what I'm going to do. Right now, you're not going to see a couple snakes. My pastel clown pied female, the big breeder, the 900-gram girl, is in with the Aussie pied boy. It looks like he's trying to line up with her. There's no lock right now. You're also not going to see that questionable Batman male, right? The pastel butter, red stripe, leopard clown, possible spot-nose, possible het pied. He is currently locked with the normal het clown, possible het pied girl. That's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. Again, about 10 days ago, he locked with that big normal pied girl. Then down below, my banana pied boy is locked with the vanilla yellow belly fire het hypo girl for probably their last time to be locked, to be honest. She hasn't had ovulation, obviously. She's been pounding rats, putting some great size on, so I expect her to go within the next couple months. With that being said, guys, let's just get this started. Again, this is for people new to the channel, but if you want to stick around, I appreciate it. Here you go. So we're going to start off at the very top, guys. This is my first holdback, my only holdback. I might be holding back 2 over there. Oh, by the way, my Batman clutch is due to pip or be cut within the next couple of days. So depending when that happens, that might be Saturday's video, is me cutting open the Batman clutch and the pastel clutch from the Corval Black Triple Hymen male. Also, did a fairly good job asking around about that clutch we cut last week, about some of the combination we have over there. I think I did a good job of kind of narrowing it down. So we're going to go through all the animals I have over there, whether they're male or female, and what I believe them to be. So that'll probably be next week's video. And then we'll see what happens. We got a lot going on here, a lot of stuff happening. But let's start with her. This is Eve. This is my only holdback from last year. She's just a normal het pied. This big mama's girl. I honestly just held her back just because it was the first clutch. I had a disaster first season, you guys remember. I killed the first clutch. I nearly cooked the second clutch. But Eve survived along with a couple other ones, so she's in my collection for good now. She put on some nice size. I've been feeding her like crazy, not like I do some of the other breeders. But she is actually doing a really good. She put on a decent size now that I've been feeding her. About 300 grams. Let's show off this girl right here. This is my first ever pied female. If you guys remember her, she was a terrible eater, and she's feisty as can be. She was a terrible eater, and she was like kind of stuck about 600 grams. Well, since then, guys, if you guys remember how small she was or how she started to get skinny on me, look how big she is now. She's about 1,900 grams, 1,800 grams now. She's put on some serious size. Realistically, she's about 2.5 years old. I probably could pair her up this year, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save her for the Aussie Pied Boy for next year. Then right next door, we're going fast, guys. We're going fast. Try to keep up. Right next door is the Pied Girl who's in shed. This I got from Anthony from Oak Reptilia. She was about 1,300 grams when I got her. Now she's closing on 2,000 grams. Another big old Pied Girl, looking really good, really in shed. Hopefully I can get her that 2,500 gram mark by next season. Give me some nice big clutches. My 2 Pied Girls up there. This boy right here, like I told you guys, is locked up down there. We'll keep this thing moving. This right here, oh, there he is. This right here, he's deep in shed too. He still looks great deep in shed. This is from my buddy Mike over there, Rep. Look, I'm going so fast I'm confusing myself. Sorry, Mike, you know I love you. From Redline Pythons, all right, over there in Beverly Hills. But he's my pastel Enchi Blade Leopard Clown male, looking really good. Even in shed, he's stunning. Remember I got him as a hatchling from Mike, I think around September, right? So September, October, November, December 4. So we're looking about 10 months old, give or take, 9 or 10 months old. He's about 750 grams. So he put on some nice size, guys. I cannot be upset about how big he got. And he only has one confirmed lock this year, and that's with Luna, my Russo, my Super Russo. I don't know what's going to happen with that. This is the Aussie Pie Boy. He's down below. Let's check out this girl. What stinks in here? What stinks in here? Let's check out this girl. This is the Aussie Het. You are nasty. This is the Aussie Het girl. She is Orange Dream, Pastel, Fire Leopard, Yellow Bite, or Asphalt, 100% Het pied. If you remember, she wasn't that great of an eater. She's kind of stuck about 600 grams. Right now, she's sitting about 1,380 grams, 1,400 grams. Almost looks puzzled if you look at her quick, right? But she has locked my banana pie male a couple times. She's not hammering rats the way I'd want her to be, but she's put on some nice size relatively quick. So I don't know if she's going to go this year. She's a little undersized. Again, she's about that 1,400 gram mark. She is eating very well, though. We'll see what happens, but she put on some nice size. Either way, next year, if she doesn't go this year, I expect her to be well over the 2,000 gram mark. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Going right over here, keeping with the whole pie situation. This is that special pie that I picked up from Porter, my buddy Porter, Mike Porter from Porter Pythons. Okay, she's looking really good too. This is another one of those girls. She ballooned up for me, if you guys remember. She's over 1,000 grams right now. I think she's sitting at about 1,030 grams. I got her right around the same time I got that Pastel Enchi Blade Leopard Clown male from Redline. They did one shipment for me. I think she's about 2 months older. She's probably about a year old, about 1,000 grams. Can't complain about that, guys. She did slow down eating with me. She was refusing to miss any meals, eating twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays. But yeah, she slowed down recently. I don't really blame her. She got that little nice. I love what Special Pie does, doesn't it? A really cool Special and Pie together. But she put on some nice size either way. She's not going to be bred next year, obviously. If she regains her appetite, I expect her to put on some really, really nice size. We're going to go right to my ball wrapping. I don't think you're ball wrapping. I don't know what the hell you're doing here. This is my pride and joy, guys. Okay? Haven't showed her off all that much. A little stuck shit in her head there. How's my humidity? We're at 57%. This is my Killer Leopard Clown Pied female, guys. You guys remember I got her. She's a 2019 hatchling. She's about 2 years old now. She's a little undersized when I got her. She's about 650 grams. She's about 890 grams now. Hasn't really refused a meal at all for me. She put on some nice size. Like I said, about mid-800s, give or take. Do I expect her to go next year? I would love her to go next year. Is she going to go? I'm not going to push it. She's putting some nice size on, though. She'll definitely have the age next year. I don't know if she'll have the size, though. Again, I'm not going to push it, but I love this girl. This is what kind of got me started, right? When I wanted to get started on the high-end ball pythons. This is the girl I saw. This is the girl I thought I could never have, and now I have it, and that's my logo, and so forth and so on. So keep this going. Hopefully she crosses that 1,000 gram mark. And I'm kind of hoping to see something. Because this girl, my Special Pie girl, and my Batman girl, they ballooned up to nearly 1,000 grams and completely hit the wall on me, that 1,000 gram wall. But they are about a year old. So now I'm curious to see that Killer Leopard Clown girl that's about 2 years old, a little bit over 2 years old, give or take. If when she hits that 1,000 grams, is she going to have that 1,000 gram wall too? Or is a 1,000 gram wall kind of just coincide with a good eater that hits 1,000 grams at a year old? Or because she's 2 years old, she's going to bulldoze right through it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's keep it going. This right here, guys, if you guys remember when I got her about a year ago now, a little bit more than a year ago. I think I got her about 13 months ago. She was very skinny for her age. You guys remember. This is my Yellow Belly Enchi Double Het Clown Pied girl. She was thin as can be. Very undersized for her age. I think she was like 120 grams, like 2 months old, 3 months old. Not a big snake. Wasn't eating very well at all. With that being said, over the last year, she put on about, I don't know, 1,000 grams, 1,200 grams. I think she's sitting at about 1,180 grams, about 1,230 grams. She's looking really good. I think she'll be ready to go next year. We'll see what happens. She did slow down a little bit recently, but she still put on some nice size. Really happy about it. Really happy about how she bounced back. I was a little nervous when I got her. And with that being said, I was also nervous. I'll go ahead and turn a little bit. I was also nervous about this girl. When I picked this girl up, she was about 240 grams and about 7 months old or something like that. And I was like, wow, she's probably a really shitty eater. Turns out she's not a shitty eater. Turns out she's an absolute savage. And since I've had her over the last 2 months, she put on about 200 grams. So she's sitting about just under 500 grams now. This is that GHI Mojave Double Het Clown Pied. She's really, really feisty if you guys can't tell. Probably trying to tag me. But she's a great, great eater, and I'm really happy to have her in my collection. I expect her to be ready, obviously not next year, maybe the year after that. We'll see what happens. Her sister next door, not an actual sister, but I got her at the same time, so I refer to them as sisters, right? This is the other girl, This is my blackhead pinstripe double het clown pied. When I got her, she's about 130 grams. I think she's up over, closing in around 300 grams. She put up some nice size. You guys have seen this girl recently, okay? Nothing crazy here, but she has been eating very well, both of them. I'm very happy about that. This is what I was talking about before. This is my Batman girl that never missed a meal. She's an absolute beast. I was like, this girl's going to be 3,000 grams in a year. She ballooned up to about 880 grams. Now she's down to about 860 grams. She hasn't eaten from me in about a month. Actually, today on my Instagram channel, that's what I posted about. She went from never missing a meal to being afraid of rats relatively quick. But either way, not really concerned about it. She's about, I think she's a year old. I think she's about 8 or 9 months old. So her to be sitting at about 850 grams, give or take. Nah, can't be mad about that. Is she going to be ready to go next year? Nah. The year after that, I definitely think she'll be ready to go. And hopefully I'll have some nice clown pie stuff to put to her. Or who knows what I'll be doing then, right? Hopefully making some nice double recessives. But either way, thanks to Joe of Empire State Exotics for that. He, of course, hooked me up. I don't really want to take this girl out. She's, can you see her? Can you see her? This is my pastel Enchi pied girl. She is probably going to lay in the next, 6 days, give or take. I don't really want to take her out, guys. She's looking really good. She's about 1,900, 2,000 grams. She put on some great size, obviously, when she was pounding rats building. But now I'm going to leave her alone. I'm expecting my first pied clutch out of her soon. Let's keep this moving. This girl right here is that older pied female that I picked up from my biology teacher, Mr. Schuster, okay? She's a 2008 pied girl. She is, I got her, she's about 1,400 grams. Now she's just under 2,000 grams. And she's been putting some great size on. I think she's building a... You gonna bite me? I think she's building really, really well. She did lock with that weird Batman we talked about before, right? The pastel butter, red striped leopard, clown, possible het pied, possible spot nose boy. So I'm expecting 2 clutches out of him. She's been hanging out on the cool side, eating like a beast, and she wants to hook up with everything too. So I'm really happy about that. Keep this going. Man, I'll tell you, last time I did this video, I didn't have this many snakes. So I apologize, guys. Stick with me. Stick with me if you like looking at snakes. I'm trying to go fast. This girl right here, a little bit of a disappointment. She did lock with my spot-nosed leopard het pied boy, het clown male that passed away on me. She's a banana het clown female. She was eating like an absolute beast, showing a lot of good signs, but I don't think she's going to go at all this year, to be honest with you. She hasn't been eating for me, hasn't been bowl wrapping. She has been kind of just hanging out. Put on some nice size, though, and I got her. She's about 1,200 grams. Now she's about 16 or 1,700 grams. So I'm not overly mad about it. Would I have loved to get some scarecrows? Absolutely, but it's not going to happen this year. It's not a big deal for me. At least I know she'll be putting on some nice size for next year. Hopefully cross that 2,000 gram mark. Now this girl right here, a little confused about. The girl next door is my killer leopard clown, which I'll show in a second, who laid that Batman clutch, who locked my spot-nosed leopard het clown male I just mentioned. This girl right here is my Sterling Lesser clown. She locked with him more often and more frequently. She was hammering food, then she came off of food. Now, the last lock was back in December. She came off of food. It looks like she's in shed now. She looks kind of thick, not really lumpy. And she's been bull wrapping. So we'll see what happens. She hasn't lost any weight, but she didn't put any weight on either. So we'll see what happens. I would love to get some pewter Batmans. Don't know if it's going to happen. If it does happen, it will be absolutely phenomenal for me. Phenomenal to me. But she's showing some signs. We'll see what happens. Hopefully she'll retain that sperm. But it's been 6 or 7 months now. So, halfway through, guys. What's up, Mama Bear? This is the girl. This is my killer leopard clown that I picked up from my buddy Big Ed. Again, that's the Batman clutch coming out. She's been back on food. She's been an absolute beast since then. She dropped down to about 1,100 grams after her clutch. I think she's back up to about 1,300 grams. I'm going to try to push her to that 2,000 gram mark before I breed her again. Very happy. She's back on food. Gorgeous looking animal. Really cool looking. Really, for a 4-year-old snake, looks really, really good to me. No real update on her. She's doing great. Hopefully we get her to 2,000 grams, okay? Oh, let's go faster. All right, here's my spider clown, possible het exantic. I got her at 650 grams. She didn't eat from me at all for like 8 months, and now she's eating decently well. She's a little over 1,000 grams, about 1,050, give or take. She's about 3 or 4, about 2 or 3 years old. I expected to breed next year. I would love that. Just to have a clown female ready to go, but we'll see what happens. I might try to prove out that exanthic in her. We never know, so no rush on her. This girl right here is absolutely stunning. This is from Ozzy Boyd also. This is my high-intensity orange dream fire yellow belly clown. High-intensity orange dream yellow belly fire clown girl with that hatchet on her head. Try to show you that hatchet. Right, you see that head stamp? Weird. She wants to eat a lot, and she loves ASFs. She was pounding ASFs for like 2 or 3 weeks. Then she stopped eating on me for like a month and a half. Then she started eating again. Then she stopped eating again. Now she's eating again. She's about 800 grams now and about a year and a half old. So not the best eater, not the worst eater. My worst eater is next door. I'll show her now. Do I expect her to be ready next year? Probably not. She'll probably be one of those things that gets bred in year 3 of her life. It is what it is. She's worth the wait, okay? Now this girl next door, kind of a derp, okay? This is my Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pastel Spider 100% Het Puzzle Girl. She's about 2 years old, only about 700 grams. I don't want to say she's a bad eater. If you look, her tongue kind of goes down when it comes out. She doesn't have wobble and stuff like that, but I just think she has a hard time locating the prey. To be honest with you, that spider plays a role. So she might be taking a trip in that V18 tub, see if it helps her better to pick up the prey. So I do leave smaller items, like prey items in there. She eventually finds it and takes it, but it takes a little bit. But again, she's really powerful and well worth the wait. So she's about, what did I say? About 700 grams now, give or take, 2 years old. Not good, but we're not going to give up on her yet. Next door, again, I consider this her sister just because I picked them up around the same time. She's another Het Puzzle girl. She is my Orange Dream Lesser Het Puzzle. Easy. Possible Het Hypo girl. She's about 1,300 grams. She was an absolute savage when it came to eating, but she did slow down a lot. So I expect her to be about 1,600 grams now, but she's not. No big deal. Not really sure if I'm going to breed her next year, maybe the year after that. Let her put on some nice size. But my 2 Het Puzzle girls are doing okay. That's the next project that I got to iron out. Pretty happy with my Clown Pie stuff. Got to take it to the next level. This girl right here is my Bumblebee that I got from Anthony. She laid a clutch about a month and a half ago for me. She's back on food. She's doing all right. She got a little corkscrew going on. But she's back on food. She's sitting at about, I believe, just by looking at her, I think she's probably about 1,600 grams, give or take. She was over 2,000 grams when she laid. So I love her. She's a derp and a half. But she's a good eater. I don't anticipate her going anywhere. Just really like the way she looks. Okay, it's really that simple. All right, let's keep this thing going. If you guys are still with me, appreciate it. This girl right here I got from my buddy Coop over at Cooper's Creation. Some of my snakes just don't shed well at all, man. This is just, I'm not pulling on a guy, just coming off. This girl I've had for a year now, okay? When I first got her, she was about, I believe, like 180 grams. Now she's sitting at about 1,300, 1,400 grams. This is my Killer Entry Blade Clown girl. She'll be ready to go next year. Again, she's about 15 months old now, so time next season rolls around, she'll be about 20 months old, 2 years old. I expect her to be well over the 1,500 gram mark. We'll see what happens. Haven't showed any real sign of slowing down, guys. So in a year, she went on about 1,200 grams, and she really never missed a meal. Maybe 1 or 2 in shed. That's it. Really happy about that. This boy right here, I love his appetite. I got big plans for him next year. This is that mystery clown that I picked up from Joe from Empire State Exotics. When I got him, he's about 180 grams. Now he's about 380 grams. Doesn't really miss a meal, really shy, likes to bowl up like a ball python. But we don't really know what he is, right? We've been over this a million times. We showed him off a million times. We'll see. I got big plans for him next year. He's probably going to go to like a normal girl just to see what happens with this pattern. Probably going to go to the next clown I'm going to show you now. So this next girl is Harlem. This girl I picked up nearly a year ago, probably about a year ago. She's 54 grams. Remember the guy tried to scam me in Harlem, give me a male? She was 54 grams. Guess what? She's about 1,100 grams now. She was an absolute beast of an eater. She slowed down on me a little bit. Obviously, I don't know if she'll be ready to go next year. She's a little thin now because she actually seemed like she got longer and she was not eating as much. But not concerned about that because she is only about a year, 13 months old. It's in about 1,100 grams. I think if she's up to size, by maybe late winter this year, maybe she'll get a crack at the mystery clown I just showed you guys. We'll see what happens. Everyone seems to like Harlem. She's doing well, guys. Big difference from 54 grams in my kitchen, right? I took those first pictures. I'll keep this thing going. Holy shit, I have a lot of snakes. All right, this is my Luna girl. Luna she laid for me last April. Got back up to the size she was before she laid. Then didn't get any bigger. Doesn't seem to want to eat at all. She did lock with the male I got from Redline Pythons, my Pastel Entry Blade Leopard Clown boy, but I didn't see any sign of growing, any sign of building anything. She hasn't put any size on whatsoever. But this is my Super Russo girl, another bell. Deep in shed right now, believe it or not. Hopefully maybe when she comes out of the shed, she'll actually want to eat. We'll see what happens. Oh, sorry, honey. You got a knot. What are you doing? What the hell's in this tub? Oh, this girl. This is the mom of the clutch that I cut last week. She was back on food. The first 2 weeks, she hammered 4 rats for me. Now she kind of slowed down again, not overly worried about it. Really beautiful looking animal. We believe to be a banana Enchi pastel butter. She's sitting at about 1,700. Oh, it looks like she's going to shed, that's why. About 1,700 grams now. I expect her to get back to that pre-laying weight, about 2,200 grams, relatively quick. She always had a good appetite for me, so I'm not really concerned about that. What's in that tub right there? That's my banana pied with the vanilla yellow belly fire girl. They're locked up, not gonna take that out. This girl right here is a big old pastel girl. The other clutch I'm gonna cut, my Batman clutch, just spit all over myself, guys. Was this girl. She was paired to my Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male. 7 eggs, 4 slugs. So hoping to get some, hopefully those eggs pip around the same time as that Batman clutch. We'll see what happens. But she's back on food. She's another savage again. I think she's still sitting about 2,000 grams right now, even after laying those eggs and having a few meals. She's about 2,700 grams when she laid. So big old pastel girl. I don't think she'll ever really go anywhere. Can't go wrong with the big girls, right? Especially when it's late on a Friday night. All right, we're going down here. This is my first morph I ever really got. This girl's probably closing to 2 years old now. It's really tiny, man. She was an absolute beast. Was the same size as the female I showed you before, the pastel that gave birth to those snakes over there. And she just is not a good eater, okay? She's a pastel lesser het pied girl. She's only about 1,100 grams. Just one of those snakes that's sentimental to me. Probably never going to go anywhere because she was my first real morph when it came to this whole new journey over here. This girl right here, I expect her to lay in about 3 weeks. This is my 8-ball spider. Okay, 8-ball pastel spider girl. She was paired to my banana pied boy. She ovulated monstrous, and she had my pre-lay shed about a week and a half ago. So we're waiting for those to lay. Hopefully they lay soon. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, guys. All right, what do we got here? Oh, he's right in the front. This is the dad to the clutch I cut. This is crazy now. This is the Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male, doing really well. About 1,100 grams, right? I don't expect him to get much bigger, maybe a couple hundred grams. He eats decently well, but he's a male, so not really concerned about. Really good looking animal though, right? All right, that is the father to the clutch I cut last week. Put him in here. Last but not least, here is the Bell. Actually, I got a whole other rack to go, guys. Actually, no, I got 6 more snakes to show you guys. Here's the Bell, the super lesser I picked up from my girl Claire from Medusa's Lair. He's doing really well. Put on some really nice size. Not really concerned about how big he gets, how quick he gets. I got something in mind for him later on in life, but for now he's just a really cool white snake. All right, we'll go over here. Holy shit. All right, so here we got my pastel mystic girl that's bowl wrapping. I think she had a pre-lay shed about a week ago. I'm not entirely sure. She locked that Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male. Big girl, about 2,800 grams. I expect her to lay for me this year, if not within the next couple weeks. Keep this thing moving. Right next door, we got the infamous Big Mama, who just hissed at me for the first time I think ever. Big Mama is not as big as she used to be. She was 4,100 grams for her first clutch last year. This was the first snake we started with, guys. If you don't know, is this one's daughter, okay? This is Big Mama. She's about 3,600 grams now. Big old normal girl. Near and dear to my heart. And technically the longest tenured member of Blue Line Morphs, okay? Not that that's saying much, but she technically is. Oh, get out of here, you. This is my big old spider girl that was like 3,600 grams before she laid that huge clutch. Now she's about 2,100 grams. I expect her to get back on track and get up to size relatively quick. She's an absolute beast when it comes to eating. Really good looking example of a spider. Doesn't have much wobble, doesn't have really anything. She's just a spider. So we'll see what happens with her. Oh my God. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to do these videos anymore, guys, just because the collection keeps getting bigger and bigger. I mean, normally these videos only take about 15 minutes, show off the whole collection, see what they're doing. But I'm going as fast as I can. I'm out of breath. I'm sweating. This is shitty. This girl right here is a bitch, okay? This is the big old normal girl I picked up from my buddy Sal. Possible Het Candy. He didn't prove it out. He moved on from her. She's about 2,800 grams. I have no idea what I'm doing with her. We'll see. It's always nice to have big old normal girls. I've talked about this. Try to prove things out, so forth and so on. She's just eating, taking up space, but hey, what the hell? I like her. She's got an attitude problem. I'm with it. This girl right here is in shed. I believe, I didn't catch an ovulation, but I believe it was her post-ovulation shed she's in right now. This is that big old Orange Dream Fire Girl. She's 3,200 grams. I don't want to mess with her too much because look how thick she's looking. She's been paired with my banana pied male a bunch of times. I expect to get some nice hits out of her. She's looking monstrous. I definitely expect her to lay hopefully a nice big clutch for me, you know, once she comes out of that post-ovulation shed. And this girl next door is that free girl I picked up from my old powerlifting buddy Dan. Dan, if you're watching, this is that butter girl you gave me, bro. She was about 1,200 grams when I got her. Now she's about 1,600 grams. She is feisty and nasty, but she eats decently well. And I expect to breed her next year. I might give it a shot this year to breed her. I might put her that Coral Glow Black Star Trick Mojave male. Try a couple more bells. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is the last girl I'm going to show off. She's doing well. She's up to breed size. She's about 3 years old too. Other than that, guys, so that was the quick version of my collection to show off how big the snakes have gotten, how much they've changed, what's coming down the pipe for next year. Later in this week, Saturday's video is either going to be the Batman cutting clutch, or I'm going to ID those snakes there. And the next week, we're going to try to feed the new hatchlings. I'm kind of doing repetitive videos they did last year. Because last year, I kind of had disaster. Remember? Trying to feed them, none of them eat. I had to do assist feeding videos. It's kind of a shit show. So I'm hoping this year I can repeat the same type of videos with my first clutch from this year. And hopefully have successful videos where they all eat and everything else. Is that going to happen? Who the hell knows? Anyway, guys, that's a quick update on my collection. I would say 90% of my ball pythons I just showed off real quick in the last 26 minutes. Didn't show you my pool more of the big pastel male. I mean, whatever. Anyway, listen, guys, I appreciate you watching. Kind of a filler video. I apologize, but I like to document the snakes. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing really well. Looking forward to cutting that Batman clutch. Looking forward to showing off the hatchlings over there. I think I hit 3 or 4 bangers, man. So we'll see what happens. A couple mystery ones. We'll see what happens. Listen, as always, listen. Whew, slow down, Dev. As always, guys, listen, I appreciate it. Be safe. Please remember, watch your six.